everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney Wuzor and I see a lot of new subscribers on this channel, so I'm so happy and grateful that you guys decided to join this fam. Now, I know a lot of us are fond of the word procrastination. I personally am guilty of this word, and sometimes it tends to get the best out of us and we end up doing absolutely nothing. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 tips that I personally use to keep procrastination at bay. And this just enables me to have a very productive day and just tackles everything that I have at hand. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Side disclaimer, throughout the video you'll notice the video going in and out of focus. Got a new lens, so I'm still adjusting. Please bear with me, it's still a great video, I promise. Now the first things first is to get out of bed. I know, it's such an amazing feeling to just lay in bed all snuggled up to your pillow under that warm blanket doing absolutely nothing. But the truth is, when you do that, you end up wasting a lot of time that you could actually use to do something productive. Now, when you get out of the bed, the next thing you need to do is make your bed. Now, it is highly essential to do this process because when you have a messy bed, you are more inclined to get back into bed and do nothing. But when you have a nicely laid out bed that just looks nice and clean and you actually took on the time to dress, trust me, you don't want to, destroy all of your creation that you just did. Now, tip number 2 is to make to-do lists. Now, I essentially love doing this the night before my day. This just helps me plan out the day that I have coming ahead of me, and I just know what I need to do when, what time, and what specific task. Now, I specifically like to keep my to-do list because I know when we're making lists, we tend to add on more things that is not really achievable. And most times when I do this, I always feel bad when I'm not able to achieve the things that I knew I wouldn't be able to achieve in the first place. Make sense? Yeah. Most times I end up writing my to-do list on a piece of paper, but sometimes I also like to embrace technology and use apps like To-Do. To-Do is a really nice app that just lets you know what you're doing for the day. And so yeah, it's a really good app. You should definitely download it. It is available for Android and iOS. So now everyone can get organized. Now, tip number 3 is to track and limit your social media time. I am hands down very guilty of doing this. Sometimes I tell myself that I'm only going to be on Instagram for the next 5 minutes, but then I start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and by the time you know it, 1 hour has passed. So this is something that I've tried to limit. I don't do it anymore as much as I used to, and trust me not being on social media for like an hour straight gives me a lot of time to do something else that I should have been doing instead of just aimlessly scrolling through Instagram. So tip number 4 is to try to learn something new. So as most of you may or may not know, I recently moved to Bombay to pursue my MBA, and you guys know when it comes to Bombay, traffic comes along with it. And honestly, for anyone who's watching from Bombay, I have no idea how you guys do it, because trust me, I've come from a place like Goa where there's no traffic, and to me, when I'm there, I feel like there's traffic. But when I came to Mumbai, I realized that there's no traffic in Goa. Getting back to the point, I end up sitting in a transport doing absolutely nothing for a really long time. So one thing that I've started doing is I've downloaded this app called TED Talks, and I tend to listen to some of the people who have created videos or showed up on the show. Now, this app is really good for learning something. It's really good for motivational speech, just for you to, learn something new. Another app that I really like is called Word. Now, this is an app that really helps to improve your vocabulary. So what it does is that every single day it gives you a new word and it gives you a meaning, and it also gives you different ways that you can use this word in a normal day-to-day sentence. And I feel like that is really good because every day you are learning and incorporating a new word into your vocabulary, into your language, and I feel like something like that is always good. Now, tip number 5 is to read the newspaper. Now I know reading a newspaper can be very boring, but trust me, it is really good for you to know what's happening in the world. It's good for your general knowledge, and it's also good for you to just know the basics. Because trust me, you wouldn't want to be caught up in the conversation where everyone's talking about a certain topic that's happening in your country and you have no idea what it is because you haven't read the newspaper, you haven't read the news. So just in case you do not have access to a newspaper or you are just too busy to sit down and watch the news, you can always download this app called InShots. And InShots will basically summarize the entire news onto 60 words, which I feel is really good because you get a summary of what the entire article is about, and it tells you what's going on worldwide, not just in your country. So that's one thing that I really like about this app, and it has really helped me to just catch up on my general knowledge. And trust me, it really helped me yesterday actually when they were talking about a certain topic, and I was just like, I read this yesterday, I know this, okay, I can contribute to the conversation. It gave me such amazing feelings. So this tip is really essential. I know reading a newspaper may not be for everyone, but trust me, it is a really good habit to inculcate. So these are the basic 5 tips that would help you to have a very productive day. And I really hope that this video helped you in one way or the other. Comment down below what is one thing that you do to have a productive day, and I will see you in my next video. Before you go, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below and also the bell button right next to it so that you can get notified each and every time I upload a new video, which is every Monday and Friday. So that's it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.